afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed graduates. It is a pleasure for me to return to Northern Secondary School this afternoon. Northern has always been a school that prides itself on academic excellence, an unending commitment to community, and the promotion of fine leadership skills. As such, it is no surprise that Rebecca Alter, this year's class of 2012 valedictorian, truly embodies all of these things and more. Throughout her years at Northern, Rebecca has exhibited a rare sense of purpose and focus in all of her endeavors. Specifically, Rebecca's commitment to academics and learning was evidenced through her enrollment in some of the most rigorous advanced placement or AP courses offered at this school. As her former history teacher, I am excited to announce that Rebecca achieved a perfect grade on both the American and European AP formal examinations to ultimately obtain multiple university credits while still in high school. Her pursuit of knowledge and her accomplishments are truly commendable and, dare I say, exciting. I must also mention that Rebecca's expert leadership and dedication have truly promoted a culture of excellence throughout my classroom and throughout the school. As Rebecca's teacher for 3 years, I've noticed that her dedication to co-curricular activities has never faltered. She could be found early and late after school working away as a co-editor-in-chief of Northern's Epigram, as a member of NSSR, as an executive member of the United Way, Wellness, and Cancer Committee teams, and as your 2011-2012 SAC Secretary. In summation, I believe Rebecca to be a very capable individual who pursues her passions with strong dedication while still ready for a challenge. Her years at Northern Secondary School have been marked by commitment, hard work, and an unending desire to reach out and help others. Teachers and students alike have expressed their admiration of Rebecca's expert leadership at Northern and in the community. It is in concert with the staff at Northern and her peers that I am both honored and proud to introduce to you today your class of 2012 valedictorian, Rebecca Alter.
I assume that's what this is all for. And good afternoon, friends, Romans, countrymen, and countrywomen, parents, students, the esteemed faculty, and any Niners who are in the wrong place and think this is an assembly. Please don't start shouting for Dale. I know you think it's hilarious now, but it will get a little old. Thank you all for allowing yourselves to reach today, and now I can check obligatory Northern slang off my list. Welcome to Northern's commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2012. I think it's time for a due round of applause, and maybe a sigh of relief from some parents and teachers.
Woo!
Because we made it, whatever it is. We made lasting friendships, we made the grade, we made the team, we made the decision to spend 4 years in this totally bizarre, captivating place and come out the other side relatively unscathed, if not improved, and involved young citizens with the 40 community hours to show for it. Think about what you were like before you came to Northern. How much shorter you were, what celebrity crushes you had, how much you thought you knew about high school based on reruns of That's So Raven. We were all like that. When we walked into this very auditorium in 2008, small and helpless ants, clinging to our middle school friends and wondering who this Varla person we had heard so much about was. Kind of say we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We were given a lot of advice, though. We were told that nobody would be making this process easy and holding our hands along the way. But they didn't tell us about all the other PDA going on in our hallways. I'm looking at you outside the computer room couple. We were told not to lose our lanyards. We were told lanyards were state-of-the-art security technology. We were told we would have fields to play on by the time grade 9 was done. We were told that one day we would be grade 12s, heading up clubs, teams, and charities, acting as role models for all the younger grades, and that certainly the fields would be done by then. They told us all that, but they didn't really tell us much kind of a scary concept. I don't know much about NEXT, so I did some research. I looked for a commencement speech from earlier this year when schools graduate for whatever reason. Something that would be wise and honest. One that would solve all of our worries, all of our feelings of uncertainty, and all of our self-doubt. There was one in particular that really stood out, mostly because it was the first hit on Google. Way back in June, a commencement speech from a Boston area high school became pretty famous, if not notorious. It was all over the internet, published in newspapers, etc. And usually when a commencement speech garners this kind of publicity, it's for one of two reasons. Either A, Steve Jobs read it, or B, it's on YouTube, someone falls off the stage, and it's hilarious. Though I would be impressed if Steve Jobs read a commencement speech in 2012 in Massachusetts. It was famous for a different reason, and in fact, it was delivered by an English teacher. This guy came to the podium with one piece of advice for all of his graduating students, and he said it in 3 words. You're not special. That's right. He stood up in front of a few hundred kids, and a few hundred kids' parents' iPhone cameras looked them straight in the eye and told them, you are not special. It's not exactly the kind of thing you want to hear on your commencement day. But it's a message that our generation has been hearing a lot of lately from just about everyone, except maybe our own parents. Even though we grew up with Barney singing to us about just how special we were, now we're living in an age where you can amass hundreds of Instagram followers just by taking artsy pictures of stuff you eat. So, is anyone really internet famous in a world where everyone's internet famous? I'm not bringing this up to rebuke it with an inspirational speech about how this English teacher was wrong. I'm not going to give you a Dr. Seuss quote about, oh, the places you'll go. Because how can we be special? The Toronto District School Board has 106 high schools, each with their own graduating class, and that doesn't even count the Catholic Board or homeschool kids. We're one of 4 high schools in the city alone that begins with the word North. This is just one commencement ceremony for one high school in one city. Now more than ever, people from our generation will begin to realize as we either enter the workforce or begin post-secondary education that it's hard to be special in a world of 7 billion people. But lucky for us, and I truly believe this, that Massachusetts English teacher was right. Those guys weren't special. But we are, and here's why. There's one thing I learned at Northern, and it certainly wasn't the lyrics or tune to our school song. If there's one thing I learned, I know this is cliche, and I know it's a cliche to acknowledge that this is a cliche, but I learned that we can make ourselves whoever we want to be. We can shape our futures, and we did. We made Northern into a school unlike any other because this place has a vibrancy to it that really doesn't exist anywhere else, and it's infectious. I mean, I'm sure people have asked you at one point or another, how do you like going to such a big school? Isn't it overwhelming? Well, I think one of the greatest things about Northern is its size. Our school isn't overwhelming, it's just the right amount of whelming. It's hard to feel lost in the shuffle at a school the size of Nunavut's largest city, Frobisher for the win, like a city, made up of dozens of small communities where everyone can find their place. Many of you became Northern celebrities in our theater and dance shows. Others brought home offset gold again and again. We had it all here, from ceramics obsessives staying in at lunch to have mad wheels, having reasonable, calm, and respectful debates outside of the school. It didn't matter what group you were a part of, whether you were in a Fine 9, a T6, a Core 4, or my group of friends, the fun one. We've all made it here today, awesome, rhyming group names aside, because this is a place where dreams can be realized. Our school's so enchanting, they filmed a lovely little movie about a prom here this summer. That Carrie remake was really romantic. I know what you're thinking. It's all well and good that Northern's a great school, but how does reflecting on that have anything to do with our future? I get it. And to any and all of you who are stressing about what happens next, who want this ceremony to go on for hours, only because it means you can sit in your seats for a little while longer and not think about the real world, don't sweat it just yet. Kid stains will look really gross in these black robes. And besides, it's only the future. I know it sounds like I'm downplaying things, but really the future has some great things in store. According to this MASH I did in grade 9, I, for one, am going to live in a mansion in Iceland and have 28 children. And based on the incredible things the class of 2012 has been able to accomplish during our high school careers, there's no doubt that over the course of our lifetimes, we'll all go on to do great and eccentric things, things that we're passionate about, or at the very least mildly okay with. It's what we did here in these halls. It's how we changed this school that has laid the foundation for our future world domination. For example, Rick Mercer personally commended us for being a tolerant and progressive haven for teens that might otherwise be bullied in a typical high school, and I have no doubt in my mind that some of you will continue down that path of human rights activism to make the world a better place. In grade 9, some people here convinced Down with Webster to put on a private show for us. Who knows? Maybe one of you will someday be a Canadian one-hit wonder. We are a student body made up of future artists and scientists, people who can work with their hands to build almost anything, and those who are great choreographers. We probably value farmers more than any other urban high school on the planet. So they say that our generation is too narcissistic, and that we're not actually all that special. I think our graduating class represents one of the most independent, creative, and hard-working cross-sections of young people in this city. And it's these skills that will help us thrive in the future. But we didn't get here alone. So, I see that half on board right now, and the other half have texts they need to answer, so we'll make this quick. Here's one for the parents. Picking us up from early morning practices and nagging us in the name of all that is right. You've been at it for 18 years and you still look like rock stars. Thanks to the faculty and administration who nurtured our young minds not only inside the classroom but out, helping us with extracurriculars to make our school experience that much better. Look at Mr. Felsen. That robe is amazing. And I would break this tiara into 400 more tiny pieces and throw them at each and every one of you. If that wasn't an extremely sharp and dangerous safety hazard. So class of 2012, take a look around this room and savor the moment. But don't get too sentimental. Sure, this might be the last time we're all in this room together. It's probably also the first time we've all actually been at an assembly. Still, if we keep up what we've been doing for the past 4 years, the hard work, ingenuity, and friendships, I think we're all going to do just fine. And that's pretty special. Thank you.